Yo, what's going on YouTube? Chrono here, and welcome back to another episode of our free to play challenge. So today we are going to finish up what we started over in the Ordinal Tower and get rid of that final rank, that 7th rank. Yeah, but I didn't remember how many ranks there actually were. Just to show you how much I didn't climb through a lot of this. I only did this one time. I didn't have to worry about it again. So just a heads up, let you guys know what we're rocking. We did some farming in the last episode. I finished up the hour that I was going to do farming. Basically, we popped a bunch of buffs. We had concert buff, and we farmed for a solid hour. Afterwards, I was left off at level 65, 48 on fighter, because fighter does obtain half of my experience. Going towards any experience I obtain on Bouncer goes to fighter as well, at least half of it. So that's super cool. Fighter is getting up there. We still need to go into the Stia region. As you can see, it's still the same day. Got a little bit left on our weeklies. Probably gonna do another Liam task. That way we can get the cool 200k experience. And we finish all our limiteds, and then pretty much we're basically done. And there's nothing else for us to do outside of the limited task. I guess we could do that, but honestly, we don't need the 2k points. We have it's 150k experience. It's kind of whatever. So we're not gonna worry too much about that. But we've done everything else. We have 2 Liam side tasks we haven't done. Kill Dread. That's gonna be super simple, and that's pretty much it as far as grinding has gone. We're still using the same weapon, so we're still using our Stia blade, and that's augmented and set up. I still haven't multi-weaponed it. I could technically right now. I could afford to multi-weapon it, but knowing its costs for multi-weapon is going to be more of like a luxury for us than it's going to be a requirement in our setups. Basically, we're going to go for other weapons first, and then we're going to go to multi-weapon afterwards. So we'll do it. We'll definitely get there, but I don't want to go bankrupt like we were about to, basically, by multi-weaponing too many weapons. And here's fingers crossed that we can provide some feedback and get those costs on multi-weaponing down, because it is brutal. But today's episode shouldn't be too long. We're just going to go ahead and head into to doing Ordinal Tower. Oh, we do that. We got to make sure we have the proper buffs. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. We're actually just queuing from the map. We went over and grabbed a food buff, so we wanted to make sure that we had a little bit of a buff, since we're going to be doing this a little under geared. But that's fine. We're still doing this solo. Oh, let's just know that the ARC's record is coming up too. That's pretty cool. I actually like that a lot. It tells us about the ARC's record on its way, letting us know that you got a little while before it pops up. All right, well, let's head over here. The first thing we have to our advantage, is it even worth jumping down here? Yeah, let's go ahead and head down here. If you've never done the Ordinal Tower 7th floor or rank 7, there is something you can unlock down here. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. Now, if we can kill this fast enough, we will get a good rank. I think if we just complete this with this class, we'll get 2 weapons, which will be very useful to us. We won't be able to multi-weapon them immediately because they're gonna be expensive. Let's then hop down. I'm gonna jump down here, and then we just gotta get through this here really quick. You want to come over here, do this double jump, pop up off this wall, and you should be able to glide across the whole thing if you do this just right. And we did. Nice. And it should leave us right in front of our first boss. I'm gonna run some music for myself. You guys are not gonna hear it, but okay. I think I'm gonna just think it's right here. Yeah, jump down here to grab this blast sign. And we're gonna go ahead and take on our first boss. We're just gonna run the standard boss route here. It's gonna be Bujin into Kalkunda into Ams. Kind of sucks not having access to jet boots here. I might be a little quiet during this by the way, just because trying to make sure I don't miss anything when I'm not super used to these fights with just Soaring Blade anymore. Okay, so I need to not use too much time here, because of all the bosses, Bujin's like probably my easiest fight. I would say afterwards, Am's like the next easiest for me. Kalkunda's the worst. That block was too early. We're also under geared too, so it doesn't really. Man, the Kalkunda fight's going to suck. Go ahead and open up Brass Assigned Fences. Open up Blast Assigned Fences too. So we should be able to get a hold of some pretty easy ones. There's one right there. Now, this is where we're probably going to take a lot of hits. I really don't like fighting Kalkunda. For some reason, his movements are just really awkward to me. That is the best I've dealt with that attack ever. I'm not sure. I think that hit. Hopefully that hit. Pop a Pinion Blade here. This is literally going to be my quietest episode. I apologize. I cannot, like, it's really difficult. I was considering doing post commentary, and I may also still do post commentary, to be honestly. To be honest. Oh my god, that attack, dude. Okay, so that is going to be a problem for us. You can only have 5 incapacitations total. And I figured Kalkunda was where I was going to die. But there's also a chance I can die to AMS as well. Oof. It's easy to get caught into a habit of not actually blocking. Or not blocking, but not healing. Because there's a bit of a lag on the heals. Okay, I'm gonna burn this here. Probably the worst decision I've made in a while. I'm glad I had invulnerability frames there. I'm gonna take another death. I'm actually going to grab this Blast Assign and blow it again immediately when I get a chance. Okay. It's a waste, but honestly for me, just getting Kalkundo out of my face is probably the best thing that could happen. AMS is not a big deal for me as far as fights go. It's just, again, Kalkundo is my worst fight. So I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. I know people don't like AMS. I know there's quite a few people that actually have an issue with AMS, but AMS is not too bad. The part that sucks about AMS is dealing with having to jump consistently to make sure I'm hitting his weak spot on his chest. That's probably the worst part of dealing with AMS. And that part I should be blocking and a step countering. In this case, he takes off his armor, so his entire body's a weak point, which is nice. Make sure I do this before his orb comes around. We don't have encore jumps, so unfortunately we are losing a bit of damage here, but that's fine. That's really annoying, but that's fine. We've gone into red mode now. Okay, that's a problem. There we go. Again, I want to be able to block into that. But you also just take counter damage where you can, honestly. We're not a speedrunner, not a full optimizer, so we can't always take advantage of everything. We understand exactly what we want to do, but it doesn't always work out that way. Okay, cool. We can do this on the down. Just take advantage of this. There's a chance we can still S-rank this with some decent play. Yeah, actually there, what I did was start another PA immediately. I actually not canceled, but I double tap canceled my first PA. There we go. That's ideal for that. And for some reason I didn't step counter there. I double tap my first PA because I wanted to have the excuse of being able to block again as soon as possible. And there we go. Nice. So we actually were able to clear it. Got Mark of Veteran Bouncer. It took us about 9 minutes. I mean, that's not exactly amazing, but that's not the worst in the world. Got ourselves an evil orbit. Not really going to use that at all, but we can go ahead and pick up these. We are going to put these into character storage. This is going to be cache fodder. And in our inventory, we will find that we got ourselves an Obsidia plus 40 and Obsidia boots plus 40. I believe these can go up to, are they capped at 40? They go up to 50, so we'll be able to push these to 50 immediately, which is very, very nice. And the biggest thing is these already have mastery 3. If we ever wanted to like basically set this weapon up, all we got to do is replace the soul, replace the deafness, leave trippable. Trippable's fine, and then we'll fill out the other slots. This weapon's very easy to set up. We do have to unlock its potential. That is going to cost us an arm and a leg to do. It is expensive. However, it does get us where we need to go. So that's super cool, and that does take care of the Ordinal Tower. So Ordinal Tower first time completions are super awesome. It's actually worth going through if you've leveled multiple classes to complete Ordinal Tower on other classes as well. Even if you're not playing the class weapon, let's say for example, I wanted to complete Ordinal Tower on Fighter and Fighter was leveled up. I could switch to Fighter Bouncer, just keep my skill trees the same. I would have to use like a scuffed version of Bouncer because some of my main class skills wouldn't work, but I would still be able to complete it and then get all Fighters weapons. The reason why that's super useful, especially if you're free to play, is these weapons actually do sell for a decent amount. They don't sell amazingly anymore. They sold really, really good the first day, and they went down in price a lot. But some of these weapons actually are going for a pretty penny. Let's see if we can take a look. If we do this, we want to go ahead and search same number of augments, no preset skill. And we can see these are selling for 150k a piece. 150k is the lowest one, actually. If we take a look at the boots, 150k, yeah. So basically it's a 300k that I've got sitting here for whenever I do pop my shop pass that I can make some money off of. And if we're looking at just the cost of these boots by themselves, let's see, let's take a look. So let's just do this. I just not search for the weapon with the same name. We know they exist, right? We found these. Number of augments. Okay, well, I guess I gotta look for this a little bit differently. Just copy paste, and we'll take a look at the shop and see how much these are actually going to cost us. Because realistically, it's not too bad. I'm not worry too much about costs here. Yeah, Obsidian boots, they'll cost about 100k, right? So we could save that. We could buy this instead. We'll save ourselves about 40 to 50k. Not too terribly bad. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but it is more money that's spent if you were to use that instead. I'm going to keep both of these and keep them separate. Reason being is I can't afford to multi-weapon them right now, so what I'll probably do is just hot swap between them whenever I need to go into jet boots to do jet boot related things, and then go back into my soaring blades. It's going to be more damage overall for me to use both weapons because of the skills that I have. So we'll keep both of them for now, but the ideal situation is going to be unlocking the potential on the soaring blades and then using that moving forward. This was actually be our weapon that we want to use going into the new region. And I'm actually not sure if this is going to be more battle power. Let's see. No, it's minus 41. I figured as much. It's not plus 50. It doesn't have its potential unlocked. It's not augmented properly. Yeah, so it's not going to give us any battle power jumps, which, I mean, not the end of the world. We're not really looking for battle power at this very moment. But I do want to get this weapon. I mean, I sort of want to get this weapon set up. And now that I'm looking at it, it's like, I have weapons like Effulgent. I have weapons like, what's it called? The Tenebris series weapons that I kind of wanted to set those up instead, just because I know I'm going to be using those moving into the future. So setting something up like this when I had to set up the Christio weapon isn't really as great anymore. We're going to talk more about this moving forward in the next video, but just figured I'd let you guys get a little bit of a hint of what's to come. The next video, so our next episode is going to be our final prep before just jumping directly into Stia and into the end game of what we're going to be doing with this character. It has been a long time coming. It has been a wild ride of the past few days of setting this character up, and yeah, we're almost into Stia. Level 65 already, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any questions, feel free to send them over to me. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to keep up with more. I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Peace out.